The year is 560 AD. We are in Ctesiphon. The winter sun breaks over the vast Mesopotamian plains, illuminating a sprawling metropolis that straddles the mighty Tigris River. You are standing in the heart of the Sasanian Empire, a formidable superpower that stretches from the borders of India to the edges of the Byzantine world. This isn't just a city, it is a massive urban agglomeration, a collection of merged settlements spanning both banks of the river, known collectively as the cities. But you are not the King of Kings, sitting on a golden throne, and you are not a Byzantine envoy trembling before his power. You are a wealthy merchant, a vital gear in the immense economic machine that funnels the riches of the Silk Road directly into the imperial capital. Using advanced AI trained on archaeological excavations, surviving Zoroastrian texts, and the accounts of late antiquity, we have rebuilt the roaring cosmopolitan reality of Sasanian Ctesiphon. We are going to explore the daily rhythm of an empire where religion dictates every action, where trade connects the east to the west, and where architecture defies gravity itself. This is 24 hours in the undisputed center of the Persian world. The day begins before dawn. You wake up in your spacious, mud-brick villa in the wealthy eastern district of the city. The air is crisp and cold. Ctesiphon is the winter capital of the empire, a refuge from the freezing highlands of the Iranian plateau where the court spends its summers. Before you speak, before you eat, you must address the spiritual reality of your existence. You are a devout Zoroastrian, and your entire life is a heavily ritualized battle between truth and light, and falsehood and chaos. You step out of bed and perform the mandatory ritual washing of your hands and face, accompanied by specific recited prayers. This is not just about physical cleanliness, it is about spiritual purification, washing away the contamination of the night before you can engage with the world. You dress in layers of fine imported silk and heavy embroidered wool. You walk to the central hearth of your home. A fire burns there continuously. To a Zoroastrian, fire is not merely a tool for warmth, it is a sacred element, the physical, glowing representation of the supreme creator. You feed the flames with fragrant sandalwood and offer a silent prayer for good thoughts, good words, and good deeds. This is the absolute moral foundation of your faith. By 7 in the morning, you step out into the bustling, cosmopolitan streets. The demographic reality of this city is staggering. Although it is the capital of a fiercely Persian, Zoroastrian empire, the ruling Persians are actually a minority here. The streets are filled with Arameans, Syrians, Arabs, Greeks, and Indians. You hear the melodic chanting from a Nestorian Christian church and pass by the bustling neighbourhoods of the large Jewish community. The Sasanian kings generally tolerate these groups, recognizing their immense economic and administrative value to the empire. You make your way to the Bazaar, the massive, beating heart of the city's economy. Ctesiphon controls the vital trade routes between Rome, India, and China. You enter your trading office. You are inspecting a massive shipment that has just arrived via the Tigris River. You open wooden crates to reveal raw silk from the Tang dynasty, heavy bags of pepper and cinnamon from the Malabar coast of India, and intricate glassware. You negotiate with a Byzantine merchant, trading your Eastern luxuries for Western silver and gold. The transactions are meticulously recorded by scribes in Middle Persian. Your wealth is generated by acting as the indispensable middleman of the ancient world. By midday, the winter sun warms the city, and you leave the noisy bazaar to attend to a matter of state and faith. You walk toward the southern district. Looming above the dense urban sprawl, visible from miles away, is an architectural hallucination. It is the Tāq Kasrā, the great arch of Ctesiphon. You stand in the massive open courtyard before the palace. Rising before you is a staggering, gigantic brick archway, over 120 feet high and stretching 80 feet across. It is the largest single-span vault of unreinforced brickwork in the world. The Sasanian engineers built this catenary arch without any wooden centering supports, using quick-drying mortar and incredibly precise angled bricklaying to defy gravity itself. The facade is decorated with blind arcades and intricate brickwork designed to overwhelm the senses. This is the grand audience hall of King Khosrow I. You are here to pay taxes and present tribute. You wait in the shadows of the massive arch. It is said that the throne room beneath the vault is so massive it holds a legendary carpet, woven entirely with silk, gold, and precious stones to resemble a blooming garden, designed to remind the king of summer during the bleak winter months. The sheer scale of the building is a terrifying, undeniable projection of absolute imperial power. You pay your silver to the royal administrators and leave, deeply humbled. By 3 in the afternoon, you seek spiritual grounding after the intense politics of the palace. You walk to a prominent fire temple. The Sasanian state and the Zoroastrian clergy are deeply intertwined. The temple is a place of profound purity. Before entering, you wash again at a sacred well located within the temple complex, as water is also highly revered. You enter the darkened sanctuary. In the center, a massive sacred fire burns fiercely. The priests, wearing white robes and mouth coverings to prevent their breath from polluting the pure flames, tend to the fire. You watch as they perform complex liturgies, reciting ancient verses. The chanting is hypnotic, a rhythmic, spiritual anchor in a chaotic world. You make an offering of sandalwood and silver, ensuring your continued prosperity and the spiritual balance of the empire. By 6 in the evening, the sun dips below the horizon and you return to your villa. The evening meal is a lavish affair, reflecting your status as a successful merchant. You sit on fine Persian carpets and dine on roasted meats, heavily spiced with the exotic ingredients you trade daily like saffron, cumin, and coriander. You drink a robust, fortified wine, an element that is occasionally used in certain rituals to induce a heightened spiritual state. You discuss the day's business with your family, and perhaps entertain a traveling scholar from the great academies of the empire, discussing the latest translations of Greek medicine or Indian astronomy. Ctesiphon is a magnet for the greatest minds of the era, heavily sponsored by the crown. By 10 at night, the city grows quiet. The only light comes from the flickering oil lamps and the ever-burning hearth fires in thousands of homes. You step out into your courtyard and look toward the south. Even in the darkness, the massive, imposing silhouette of the great arch blots out the stars. You live in a city that commands the wealth of the earth, governed by a rigid, ancient faith and protected by an unstoppable army of heavily armored cavalry. You do not know that in less than a century, this entire world will violently shatter. The devastating, decades-long wars with the Byzantine Empire will exhaust the state. Then, swift, unstoppable armies from the desert will sweep in, capturing Ctesiphon and ultimately triggering the slow decline of the Zoroastrian faith. But tonight, the sacred fires are burning bright, the silk is safely locked in the storehouses, and the great brick arch stands invincible against the night sky. That was 24 hours in Sasanian Ctesiphon. It was a civilization that defined late antiquity, standing as a brilliant equal rival to the might of Rome. They built monuments that defied the limits of engineering and sustained a faith that deeply influenced the spiritual landscape of the Middle East. The empire fell, and the city was eventually abandoned to the mud of the Tigris, its stones repurposed to build the new city of Baghdad. But the arch still stands today, a fractured, breathtaking reminder of the sheer audacity of the Persian kings. This video is brought to you by the Paladin Learn History app. Scan the QR code to learn more history.